can touch me like you do, God. Hey, you are the living God. Oh, there's no one like you. You picked me from the miry clay, set my feet on the rock to stay. You are my promoter, you are my defender. You are the living God. Oh, there's no one like you. See what you've done for me. See how you set me free. You are the living God. There's no one like you. See what you've done for me.
the spirit of General Ivo, our restoration forces are today more committed than ever to execute the takeover blueprint. This happened in the northern zone.
At the sight of this armored car, total commotion took over the Mver Motor Park in Kumbo. Businesses had been going on hitch-free this Friday morning until the passing of this armored vehicle, which accompanied members of the peace caravan to the Bui division to explain the resolutions of the major national dialogue. The reaction of the people who took to their heels follows warnings from the separatist groups who had asked the population to run whenever they see a military vehicle. Failing to have a conversation with the population at the Mver Motor Park, which was supposed to be their first stop, the caravan then drove to BBH quarters and, lucky enough, met the Nsofil conference at the CBC Church. The peace coordinator, Honorable Nkwe Andrew, MP for Oku Noni, listed moves taken by the government already. He spoke in the people's lingua franca, Pidgin English.
Head of state, he talks about calm down. They will not. Setting they go small. Because even only time when that dialogue with the team they go, they be sign some book, they remove some people from prison. I sure say at least one man or two people or three they come back for year when they for prison. Even the other people, for the other when they play politics, when they get difficulty, they catch them, they lock them, they remove them. Then even day before yesterday, because of big problem, they say bilingualism not the work I fight for country. Just day before yesterday, the president signed some book. Say for the next 5 years, they signed that book, we will start this work, we will start this work for Bamenda. Say for the next 5 years, for any 1 year, government going to recruit 100 qualified translators and interpreters.
The senior divisional officer, a son of the soul of Nso, Lanyo Hari, apologized on the government's behalf.
I take God them back all way. Government, they make mistake. Any man, they make mistake. Even man where they take a colass or a hoe go for farm, sometimes they make mistake, he cut his own body. I take God name back una forgive government for a mistake we don't make up.
The caravan later took off from Kumbo to its next destination, Oku.
Susanna! When shall I see my girlfriend? Susanna! When shall I see my family? Susanna! When shall I see my mother? Susanna! Oh, Susanna! Oh, Susanna! Oh, yes! Courage! Auntie Irish Boya!
president brings this initiative and actually tell us that if after putting this money down, if in 12 months after that he is not able to take us to a considerable distance or exactly to Boya, we should make our judgment and give him a vote of no confidence. Mr. President, is that still the case?
That's exactly the case. And I can tell you that that is exactly the case. I'm only here if I have an agenda. I am only happy to be here if that agenda is successful. And that is why I'm here. I'm asking Amazonians, can you give me what I'm asking for so that I can do what I think we have to do to get to where now? Matter of fact, I'm happy with the response because that response gives me a mandate. Because practically speaking, if I didn't see that response, I will even consider my resignation because I don't want to sit there and feel like I can do something and I don't have the ability to do it, and tomorrow they will be asking me, what have you done? Because I know what to do. This IG knows what to do. The strategies work. They will work. But how do we get the job done? So give me the tools so that you don't blame me that what have you done? When we'll have to contain this mess forever and we get to a point where we can no more contain it and the game is over and the enemy starts celebrating. You can take that celebration away from them. I can assure you that if in the next 1 month we have this amount of money, we shall change, that's my promise, we shall change the equation. Now it is not balanced. It is not taking us to anywhere. I can promise you that we shall change the game and change the equation. We will accelerate. And everybody will see the distance, how far we shall be in Boya if we are not already there. You will have a chance to appreciate what happens. And if you think that I failed, I will gladly give the crown to somebody. I want to live for a purpose. I don't want to live for a name.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for relaying that emphasis. And if I did catch up with the emphasis you were laying, we have actually
Fellow Ambazonians, my fellow brothers and sisters, greetings during this most festive period of time. I want to thank all of you people that are here. I want us to use what people have said from their mouth. I want us to just use the words of people to act. We are tired of Cameroon and CPD and fake promises. Ago. And today we are here in the revolution. During that time, we were so happy when Dr. Cho Ayaba and Dr. Akwanga used to brief the revolution. And whenever Dr. Cho Ayaba and Dr. Akwanga would say, I have been briefed, we know La Republic start to suffer. During the time where Samuel Sako announced, give me my trip to Boya and I will take you to Boya in less than 1 month. From his mouth, it is already more than 1 year and 5 months. And yet we have not even seen Akwaya or even Akongabong or even Dongamantu even take us to even a neighboring city. We have seen nothing. But some people are still believing in Samuel Sako. And this is the worst thing that has happened in the revolution, that we will go on talking shit against Atanganji Paul, shit against Ekema, but then we are worshipping Sako the same way Atanganji Paul and Ekema worship Bia. What is the difference between you corrupted Spring Jekal, Yannick Chikot, Dr. Ono Ebu? What is the difference between you people worshipping a thief like Samuel Sako and Atanganji Paul worshipping Paul Bia? We are all humans. A sin is a sin, a bad thing is a bad thing, a thief is a thief. Not only has Sako stolen from credit union in Cameroon where he was there before running to United States, so many things behind the scene. No, because he's a man of God, you have flushed all his things, and then but you see others' mistakes, but you never see mistake of Samuel Sako the thief. Give me my trip to Boya. Give me the money, and I take you to Boya in 1 month. Give me the money. The money came, you put in your pocket, invest in your marijuana, what you call your Marshall plan investment, invest in bitcoins and marijuana, and the rest of the money disappeared. Fellow Ambazonians, I wept for you people. I wept for you people because you allow Samuel Sako to this extent until he's been banned. So the breaking news is that Samuel Sako has been banned, fired, and dismissed from the Ambazonian Revolution. Chris Anu has been banned, fired, and dismissed from the Ambazonian Revolution. And anyone who treats with these people are enablers of our revolution. History have to record everything I say today. And if I make a mistake, let the history record it against me. Anything I say today, after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, if it is against me, let history record me on the bad side of history. Samuel Sako has been banned, fired, and dismissed from the Ambazonian Revolution. He's a thief, an embezzler, and a weapon of mass disunity. The disunity we have in the revolution has been greatly caused by Samuel Sako. Chris Anu has been replaced by Milton Tucker. Milton Tucker now is the new Secretary of Communication for the interim government group in Amazonia. Daphne Yerima has now replaced Samuel Sako as the acting Vice President of the Amazonia ID group. In other words, Samuel Sako has been fired, banned, and dismissed. Why Daphne Yerima is now the acting Vice President of the Amazonian interim government group. Milton Tucker takes over Chris Anu as the Secretary of Communication for the interim government group. Chris Anu has been fired and dismissed. All Amazonians have been cautioned. Watch ABC TV at your own risk. All Amazonians have been cautioned. Watch ABC TV at your own risk, because the ABC TV has been compromised by our enemy. The ABC TV announced the impeachment of Ayok Seseko Tabi. Failed because we, our people, don't believe in anything TV, in anything La Republique, in anything CRTV. The very same ABC TV announced the banning of other restoration forces. The very same TV announced the London stage over Dr. Cho Ayaba. The same TV and Chris Anu announced the banning of ADF, Sokade forces, and other ground zero forces that refuse to come under AAC. And today we don't even know where AAC is located. Force, disunity, gross theft, embezzlement of public funds, gross manipulation, and causing of hate among Amazonians are one of the few citations why Chris Anu and Sako has been banned and destroyed from the Amazonian Revolution. Last but not the least, the fighting over the Amazonians ordained activists, the Scout members. It's been reported that Chris Anu has gone on the TV and went very sad against Amazonian activists, the Scout. Fighting all Amazonians activists is a crime. Chris Anu has been banned and fired for fighting SCAF members who are ordained activists of the revolution. Mark Barretta is one of the activists of SCAF. Yannick Aaron is the chairman of SCAF. This is a wonderful activist. Wonderful activist. And you will imagine that Chris Anu will go in ABC and fight against Mark Barretta, Aaron, and all the activists in the SCAF. Ashu Kingsley, fighting against Ashu Kingsley, and everyone and all the activists in this revolution. That is unheard for. The great disunity that we have today, caused by ABC TV, caused by Chris Anu and Samuel Sako. Today, Liberation TV announced the natural banning of Chris Anu, the natural banning of Samuel Sako from the Amazonian Revolution. And these are irreversible pronunciations. There is no loss in these pronunciations. It is for the benefit and only for the benefit of the Amazonian people. Not for the benefit of Liberation TV. For the benefit and only solely for the benefit of the Amazonian people that have suffered, shedded their blood, and lost their loved ones. We must remain united, but we shall not allow the enemies of unity to prevail in our revolution. We want to clean the revolution once and for all, so that 2020 become one of the most prominent year in our revolution. To all Amazonian people, you have all showed your love to General Arke. General Arke was kidnapped in the Boyo cartel, in the Boyo Council, not by La Republic to Cameroon. It was due to the action of Samuel Sako and Chris Anu. And we all can agree that we fought so hard with the help of the Operation Alpha, the good people in the Boyo community, the good people abroad like Capo Daniel and the team, and Operation Alpha that went targetedly and rescued General Arke. And today, when we look at General Arke with the community, we are so happy that General Arke is mobilizing the community education, etc., etc. But we remember, it was left a little bit. General Arke could have been assassinated and killed. God being so merciful, the person that was instructed to kill General Arke, who said it in the video, that if they make a small mistake, he will kill Arke. The very same night, General Amigo was choked by La Republic to Cameroon and was killed. The killing of General Amigo was in connection to the arrest of General Arke. God sent his wrath, and we lost General Amigo and 9 others that were killed that very same evening because of the punishment from God. If Samuel Sako and Chris Anu has not manipulated General Amigo and others to criminally arrest and kidnap General Arke, that could have not happened. Therefore, we have announced here, without any looking back, he has been fired and dismissed. And this pronunciation are tough and rigid, and there is no looking back in that phase. Secondly, the issue that happened in Batibo, we all Amazonians can lie among ourselves. You can keep lying, keep telling lies, but we want to make it clear, clean, lucidly, and concise. Samuel Sako Ekomi and Chris Anu have a hand in it, with their wife Ma Iringwa. They have a hand in everything. From the time my trip to Buya finished, got finished, we saw Ground Zero with a different image. And we all can accept. Ground Zero is different today. Ground Zero is different today because of all the end of my trip to Buya. During my trip to Buya, we heard so many stories. Local government by local government area was created. We lost so many of our people. And during that time, don't forget, county by county approaches arrived. Tribalistic. Today we have tribalism where people from other places now don't want people from other places to pass in their own areas, and we are crying. But that was done during the era of my trip to Buya. So many pain, so much agony was recorded during that time. And after the end of my trip to Buya, we can all see cleaning in Ground Zero. We can all see the end of in-house fighting finally coming in. Fellow brothers and sisters, we cannot therefore try in any ways to keep ourselves where we are not comfortable. Dr. Ono Ebu, one of the Amazonian American, not even Amazonian, he's American. He said he don't sponsor terrorism. Who recently donated 12,000 some money to Ground Zero. We got Yannick Chikot posting fake weapons that the money of Ono Ebu has been put in action. Being a woman, she cannot speak because you know she's in California that's infested. And if she voices out her mind, a good woman like that, who gives everything her birthday for the people in Ground Zero. The money is embezzled right in her nostrils and fake guns are posted and manipulated and forwarded in social media by Yannick Chikot. And she has nothing to say like that. And we cannot sit quiet because we are Ambassador people. An injustice to a woman is a threat to all of us. And we have to stand for that. If a good woman like Ono Ebu can stand and raise money for Ground Zero and people post face weapon, we are bound to call Papa God in heaven to beg for intervention. And we cannot keep quiet because if we keep quiet, we are part of the manipulators. I hope the point is clear here. Therefore, henceforth, Dr. Samuel Sako, Chris Anu, and the gangs have been dismissed and fired from the revolution. You know, when we regained ourselves, we stood for the reality. That was the end of the blue and white army that they used to destabilize us and cause mass disunity in Amazonia. Fellow brothers and sisters, if you are honest with yourself, Yannick Kawa today is what he is because of the embezzlement of my trip to Buea. So many of our forces we had before has become blacklegs because of the embezzlement. You cannot tell our forces in Ground Zero that they will soon have their salaries and pension and money and guns and bullets, and then they don't have. And that's what they believe in. During that time, Dr. Ebenezer Ankwanga and Dr. Ayabacho, we are the people briefing the revolution. And we were so happy. Every week, one of them must come and say, I've been briefed. And we knew the meaning of I've been briefed. During the era of my trip to Buea, no La Republic soldier was killed. We recorded 1,000 defeats during that time. We recorded thousands of defeats that time. Local government areas, our forces were being slaughtered every day, and we can all agree here. This is without any politicking. We saw the reality. Blood was flowing everywhere. Santa massacre, Bamenda University massacre, Donga massacre, Bello massacre, Sop massacre, everywhere was blood. Because you have lied them to come to schools of La Republic calling in local government areas. And those schools were owned by La Republic, manipulated by La Republic. And then you will go and take soldiers to go to those schools since you have no money to give them tarpaulin to be in the forest and bushes. Our children were killed. That is because of Samuel Sako. We have Yannick Siko today here. Yannick Kawa here today. If you watch the video of Yannick Kawa here and my country people, the Black Lake, one thing I want you to notice. Watch this video. I want us to watch the video of Yannick Kawa today, sweating in a bathroom, cooking arrow, calling it his living good life. Our people in Konengi don't even sweat this type of sweating that Yannick Kawa is sweating in Konengi, in a bathroom. I wish we can see this video here.
Happy Xmas. I arranged Eru. A parliament de Washang, and I still wait as independence, they will not get an agography. No independent, no deal. Then I enjoyment the Xmas, I just want to mess. I arranged Eru.
As you watch this video, you see somebody sweating like in a small little toilet, cooking some arrows, sweating. People in Konengi don't even sweat this way. You sit in a little prison, in a concentration camp, where they have housed you people there, guarded by La Republic, where you cannot even move free even in your own land. Cooking arrow and sweating even more than our people in Konengi don't even sweat this way. Amba forces are having fresh air in their bushes. Fresh air, you can know. Fresh, good air. Look, watch this.
It will get all quality inside, all things with money, it will forget that they did it. Yes. This one arrangement. Yes. I'm a traditional motion. After that, I will go club. After that, I will drink whiskey. I will drink a fofo or bush. Me, after this, I will chop. With fine clothes, I go club. una did it for Shang, na the boy being say independence. Who give na independence? Na job better na join me for safe na head. Me I already did so na the enjoy na enjoy. Na still get hope for. Me no man no lie now.
You get money, but look at the type of jug oil you use for cook. You use now one gallon for oil for cook. You have money, you use 1 gallon, 1.5 gallon of oil to cook. And look at the man has not even cut off to half of the oil to cook the arrow. Arrow is something you use oil if you have money. Look, the man, look at the type of oil he has used. I want all of us to see this. Look, this is the money man. You use 1.5 liter to cook arrow and cut on the half, top of this half to cook arrow. You say you have money, sweating like in the more than Konengi. Even those in Konengi don't even sweat this way. Those in Konengi don't even sweat. I've never seen them sweating this way. You say you live a good life? With good life, look at your face. Pimple, they all your side. Look at pimple. They like say, people in the bushes don't even have this type of pimples in their face. Look, when this guy was an Amba soldier, we never saw a pimple in his face. Look at that big pimple for this man. This, look, what is this? Eh? Look at the face there like saying, come no go, don't. Even when he was in the bush, I've never seen this in his face. I know this guy. The man, even we used to call him that this guy was even like a young soldier. But look at his face. His face has become korokoro everywhere. Even the head. Look at the head. Korokoro there outside for your head. And you said this was this. Look, fellow brothers and sisters. Either ways, look at what Samuel Sako has caused to this young man here. Because of embezzlement of my trip to Buya, he believed independence will not come because Sako said, in 1 month, if you give me my trip to Buya, I will give you independence. Since more than 1 year, my trip to Buya came and no independence arrived. These are people now who believe that independence will not come because these are people who were listening to a thief like Sako Ekome. We want to let those people to know that Samuel Sako Ekome has been banned and our independence will come down very faster than ever before. Yannick Chikot is a persona non grata. Yannick Kawa is a persona non grata. And Amazonian people should not blink. Look at that. Look at the kind thing where they use them for wash hand. Look. Useless people. Fellow brothers and sisters, it is clean and clear. These people have been banned from this struggle. The message has passed. If you get it, you get it. Look at this. I want people to watch your screen. Give me my trip to Buya, and I'll give you independence. My trip to Buya come, money come. He said he will not move whenever you ask him a question. He said he will not move because of internet trolls. After calling you internet trolls, he called you Russian type spies. He gave you all the names, all sort of names after receiving money. You have beautiful women like Ono Ebu that they turn around and enjoy her private parts. These are people, you know, a woman, once you touch a woman from the private area, there's no way the woman can ever turn against you because there's something behind that they get. And I don't blame them, they are single. What do you do to single women? We cannot marry all the single women. But then, they should use the brain when they go to sleep with thieves. That's why even a scammer has girls, beautiful girls. Even thieves have beautiful girls. Why? Because they give part of the money to. They give part of the money to. And then they turn around and organize some birthday parties and say 12 million was given by friends. Which friends? How did the 12 million get by? Are they not the same people who kept my trip to Buya that are bringing the remaining my trip to Buya to say 12 million was given? People, we understand those things. I can also be a pimp. Samuel Sako is a pimp. He turned around and sleep with these women and sleep with these women. And later on, what happened? They turn around and if Samuel Sako give you $10,000, you come donate $2,000. What have you? You kept $8,000 in your pocket. We know other things. Pastors play those games and we know it. We know it. So you people shouldn't act like we don't know everything that's going on. They take my trip to Buya and then after you fight, make a fundraising for $10,000. When $2 million was embezzled. What is 10,000 compared to $2 million that was embezzled? We know reality, people. Don't give up. Stand for the truth and nothing but the truth. All these girls that Samuel Sako and the rest sleep with, these people can never speak the truth. The reason is because if they speak the truth, they will not have somebody to touch their private part. And that, you understand what I'm trying to say here. If you are a single woman, you live for more than 5 years, for more than 10 years without revolution. And finally, because of revolution, you get a man that will be crashing your kana stick. And now, if you know you speak against that person, remember your past 10 years, you never had a man. Especially a woman that you are already at the age of 50s. You are almost at the age of 50s. And you know 2-3 years, even if they knock which kind can that stick, you cannot enjoy this thing. You left only with 2 years to enjoy this thing, and finally, revolution has given you a pastor. Can you ever speak bad against that pastor? That is exactly what is holding so many women in IG. What is in Sako? Sorry, in Sako, IG is now the leadership of IG is Daphne Yerima and Meto Taka. What is holding so many Amazonian beautiful women close to Samuel Sako is because Samuel Sako understand the game. Whenever you can ask women, they will never leave you. What has made Egopsi to be only consistent, not falling but not going up like that, is because all the people in Egopsi don't know how to sleep with women. That is the fact. If Egopsi people like me know how to sleep with women, we could have had all the population in Amazonia. If you want to try 2020, try to sleep with these women and you will see how they will praise Egopsi as if Egopsi is God from heaven. This is exactly the truth, and this is the raw truth. So many women linked to Sako has told me so many stories. So many stories from those women. You know, I don't want to disclose your privacy here, but so many women who have gone close have told me so many. Some have told me they have their boyfriend there. This is a fact. This is the truth. Some told me everything. How do you think I do have insight sometimes from Sako? Because those your girlfriend know the truth. They come to me, and when the Holy Spirit touch them, they speak the truth. Some of them have been slept by 5 different men. 5 people sleep with the same woman. I have known more than 4 of them. More than 4 of them with 5 officials there in that Samuel Sako's gang sleep in one woman. And you want to think this is the way out to Amazonia. I want to let you people know that the devil is a liar. We shall arrive. Remember the life of our commanders. Look at what is going on in Bui. We had to use a traditional tactic and technique to bring peace in Bui. Who causes that problem? Samuel Sako and gang. Look at the mafia in Batibo. Look at Kawa. Look at Kwakwa. Look at Libya Lim. Look at any area that you hear Samuel Sako. Those areas have been rendered useless. Look at what happened to General Ivan Ba. Ivan Ba was not killed by the Republic. Ivan Ba was not killed by the Republic. Somebody asked me a question. Why Momsi left Egopsi? Because there was no one who was able to sleep with her. Because there was no one. If our budget board, Chairman Benedict was using her, she would not leave. The only reason why she left was because no one in Egopsi was taking advantage of a single woman. No one in Egopsi was taking advantage of a single woman. If me here was caressing her, I'm telling you, when I used to tell her sweet word, don't you know see that she stayed longer? Because I used to tell sweet word, Amba Queen, sweet word. She stayed longer. From the time I put myself into very, very disturbing issues without anything related, they left. Many women that left Egopsi was only because we, the people of Egopsi, especially responsible people like me, refused to look into their private parts. If you want to call me anyone that left, and I would just use me and my 12 inches and they will come back, you will see this. It is the reality. They go to wherever they have somebody that can say, hello, hi, come here, let me use you. That's what they want. And I understand. If you are at the age of 45 and no man is taking care of you in the past 10 years, you are tired of using these fake Western vibrators and using these Western things to massage yourself. You want to feel a human being, and then of a sudden, one human being like Sako come to you. Is it not the grace from God? You call it grace from God. But again, that's what takes. Those girls go there because of that. We understand that. Some of you girls know the reality. So look at your face on the mirror and ask what took you to Sako. Is it not because of either one person or one person? One person or one person? I know this because so many girls have called me. They have called me and asked, Lucas Ashu has good Moses. Huh? Does he have a man? Why are all the girls always asking me about Lucas Ashu? If all the girls, many girls are calling me and asking about Lucas Ashu, it means if Lucas Ashu became somebody that will be hammering them, they will come to Egopsi. Is that not the truth? I have a complete case study here. So many girls have called me and asked about Lucas Ashu. That man is a very man. He's a good man, very muscular. He got ribs, he got muscles. I say it like because so many women have been disturbing me about Lucas Ashu. If this is what make me now to understand why some people call General Arke and try to corrupt him. I remember one woman in America told General Arke that they will give Arke green card by giving him a marriage, and that General Arke will come to America. I saw it. I know it. You people know the reality. So many people know what I'm saying here. So, fellow brothers and sisters, we know all those things. We know all those things there. So we have in Egopsi, everyone in Egopsi like me, you know how many inches we have? 12 inches, 15 inches. But women see us as useless people because we are committed to the revolution. So sometimes when they call us useless, you people should understand is because they know we have canas. But they know that during the revolution, we have taken the oath like the army of King Solomon. We will not use canas during the revolution when people are dying. We reserve the canas to use it in Boya, where we shall canas from 6 to 6, 7 days a week, 12 on 7, 12 hours a day, non-stop. That's why they are jealous. They say, how can you have you are good men, you are built up, and you are not sleeping with women? Why you don't want to sleep with women? So many people call us gay people. We are not. I'm not. Some people have called me a gay man. I don't care, because I have taken an oath to stand for the people and only talk for the people. So many of them have come to me and asked, you don't want to marry me, you don't want to do this. I don't have time for wedding. I don't have time for marriage. I don't have time for that. You all know I have my commitment. There's a time to get married. Jesus Christ waited until he was 33 years before he started his mission. Don't you not think that we Egopsi people have our own time to start our mission? So many of them have come to me. Hey, young rich man. Oh, young rich nigga. I want to be your third wife. I want to be your second wife. I want to be your third wife. I want to be your fourth wife. So many of them text me every time. But where do you belong? When I trace your history, you believe in Samuel Sako in one time in your life. Because you believe in Samuel Sako and you have failed. Your market has not passed. Then you come to run to us. These things must end in 2020. These things must end. We shall look about the ladies that are very, very responsible. Those ladies that are very responsible, committed, and they are struggling. And every month they are doing their dues. For every month they are contributing. They are helping Ground Zero forces, giving them sticks and granules. Those are women that we not even need to remind us. We shall get them wholly and very, very strongly. We shall use 21 gun salute to salute them. We shall not count the hairs in their head with our hands and eyes. We shall use only the AKs to take up all the hairs so we can count them as they go on in a very romantic manner. We shall not eat with cooking spoon. We shall not eat with eating spoon. We shall use only AKs to cook food and eat. That is how we are. And we are going to protect them as much as possible. Any woman will not be protected with one gun. Any woman needs to be protected with more than 3 to 5 guns. That's what we vow. We are gun leaders. You have to protect your household with a gun. Protect everyone that lives in your roof with a gun. Protect them and make sure that no external enemy can come and touch anyone that lives under your roof, including your wife, your children, your women, and anyone that stands with you. That is who we are in reality. We live in a nation that believes in the Second Amendment in the Gun Act, that you will not allow anyone external enemy to come to your household and do anything like raping your people, causing harm, torture, and human rights violations. We don't allow that to happen. They went to see Samuel Sako and discovered that he don't even have a pistol. They went to see Samuel Sako and discovered that these people are useless. Even Eric Tato can testify today. He went there thinking that they were the right people. Eric Tato today has banned Sako and banned Chris Anu today. The SCAF has banned Chris Anu, banned Samuel Sako today for being thieves and causing division in Amazonia. All the members of SCAF today have spoken very bigly and fatly. The SCAF people are so mad. All the activists are mad that people like Chris Anu will use ABC to manipulate the people. We have told SCAF several times that SCAF, you trying to believe in Samuel Sako, you are trying to desecrate activism. And today SCAF can realize the truth. I told SCAF to regain their canas. I said the reason why I was not a SCAF member, why I resigned from SCAF. I resigned from SCAF because I saw SCAF still trying to believe that Satan could be God. Satan can never be God. Satan is Satan. A snake is a snake. Bad is bad, crime is crime, and sin is sin. How do you expect a Satan to change? Satan, there's no way in the Bible that says Satan will repent. Satan will never repent. You have got to choose it. Either you try to run behind Satan to create a saint from Satan, which is insanity because that cannot be achieved, or you steady clear there are two people. There's Satan and there's God. There are good people and there are bad people. When you see a bad man, what you do? If you have 1 million and you want to go and buy something, and you see somebody who can steal that 1 million, and you see another person that's good, can you risk your 1 million? Treat Amazonia like your money. Treat Amazonia like your money. You want to go and trade in money, you have only 1 million to go and buy something. You see somebody you doubt, you see somebody you don't doubt. Are you going to risk your 1 million? Treat Amazonia like you would treat your 1 million. Samuel Sako and gangs are thieves, embezzlers. They are bad people. They have caused a lot of division in the revolution. What I say is what I say. 1, 2, 3 years, I maintain my word. In the past 2 years, I maintain the same word. A thief is a thief. A good man is a good man. An embezzler is an embezzler. All the action that made us to leave La Republic are all in Samuel Sako and the gang. We cannot be living from the spear and anything a barrel of God. That will not happen when I'm alive. Everything that we left La Republic of, divide and rule, manipulation, embezzlement of public funds, everything are vested upon Samuel Sako and his gang. The very same style we have rubbish CRTV is the same way ABC TV reports. CRTV does not allow anyone to come. In fact, CRTV is even holy than ABC TV. ABC TV only allows somebody that talk about Samuel Sako, talk about Chris Anu, and most often they don't even trust even you people, you enablers. They don't even trust you, because how many times were you people in that TV? They scarf who are the activists, good activists that don't even rant. They have asked to come to the TV that you say is a national TV and talk, and you have not given them even 1 minute to come and talk. You know why? Because you don't want scarf to come and speak the truth. Because the truth is what destabilizes dictators and bad people. Satan can only be destabilized with the truth. Because if you tell lies, Satan loves lies. And if you want to come to Satan's house to lie, Satan will even welcome you and open all the gates for you, because you come to lie, and lie is one of the characteristics of Satan. Chris Arnold's blocking of activists. In fact, activists have been impeached by Chris Anu and Sako. The impeachment of activists by Sako and Chris Anu is unheard for. And therefore, I call all the SCAF members to rise up and stop making that their child cry like children. Stand up in your various block. Flush him like you flush Meton Tanka. You are not like you flush Milan Atta. Activists, you are hypocrites. You were able to go to your live talk shows and talk about Milton Tanka, Milan Atta. You spoke so bad about Milan Atta. Said terrible thing about Milan Atta. Milan Atta did not even commit such crimes, such as the one of Samuel Sako. Activists, you should stand up and stop being babies. You are all hypocrites, because you don't even want to go live and talk about it. Somebody has blocked you. If it was CRTV, you would go to CRTV and talk, right? But yet we banned CRTV. The CRTV was worst, because for 80% they talk only for Paul Biya, and then you have a TV like ABC that talk 100% only about a thief, Sako, and you call it your TV. Activists, you are all collaborators and you are enablers. That's why I quit from SCAF. That's why I don't want to become a member, because you all don't have canas. I wonder if there's anyone in SCAF with more than 10 inches of canas. I wonder if you have more than 10 inches canas, you cannot allow people with 1 inches canas to override you. That cannot happen. My dominance is because of my canas. My dominant nature is because I have a dominant canas. I wonder these activists in SCAF, if they are even men, think that they are women, because women are even more powerful than these people in SCAF. You allow it. You can have reputable people like Ray Tima, wonderful person, responsible person like Mark Barretta, and Chris Anu will come and talk rubbish on. I will not stay quiet if you talk rubbish on Mark Barretta, talk rubbish on Ray Tima. These are wonderful people I respect so much, and we respect them. And we cannot allow that. Eric Tato has regained himself. We are starting with Eric Tato today, to say that as he's come back to his senses, we fight, join and collaborate to fight La Republique du Cameroon. And Chris Anu has gone gaga because of that. Therefore, we are saying we shall stand for better and for worse for anyone who want to stand with a revolution. Anyone who want. People like Yannick Chikot, you see why they are like that? They are not men. Those are not men. Those are women that God hide some man face in them. Those are women. God by mistake hide some man face in them. You already know. The pink guy cannot act like a man that you know. You know. You already know them. The history between Yannick Chikot and Salai. You have seen him and Salai kissing after drinking champagne, which is banned in Amazonia, by the way. Champagne is banned in Amazonia. They drink it, and then this guy started acting like a woman. And you saw him kissing Baris and Salai. You saw all these things in the TV. Wearing the pink dress and the pink everything. You saw all these things. I didn't show it to you. And these are people you want to think they are man. They can come and liberate you. When you see a man like me talking with big canas, more than 12 inches, and you are standing here, and you see a man without even 1 inch, and you say this is a man. No doubt you see you are not even yet free. You take money and give them to go and do their plastic surgeries. You take money and give them to go and increase the size of their manhood. If a man can use the money for revolution to pay his rent, how do you think he cannot use the money to go and increase the size of his manhood? So Mama Irene can feel the canastic. Before revolution, you will not see Sako with even any cute girl. But after he took my trip to Buya, you started seeing women going close to him. Don't you not see that part of the money was used to enhance his manhood? If Sako could use my trip to Buya to go and fix his car, use my trip to pay for his house rent. How is it that Samuel Sako, who is going to Brazil, Brazil is known for so much plastic surgeries, increase of manhood, increase of Botox, and so on and so forth. How do you think Sako's going to Brazil was not to go and increase his manhood for Mama Irene? These things are happening and we are seeing it. You think it's a lie? We have caught leaders red-handedly sleeping with young girls during conclaves. From the days of conclave to today. We have got even the Red Dragons with, 3 girls got pregnant last year for the Red Dragons. You saw it. They were with the same girls in videos even. We have seen videos with the Marshal, Free Marshal, with 3 pregnant young girls at the age of 16. We saw all these things. But how do you blame Free Marshal when his own brother abroad is without a brain? How can the brother in Ground Zero have a brain? How do you blame them when the leaders they take orders for are useless people without brain? Today we want to make it clear. Samuel Sako has been banned from Amazonia. Chris Anu has been banned. And all their cohorts, 734 kids, Prince Jekal, who took money since the days of Skapak, the IG time, he took money and lied that he has an orphanage in Otutu. The orphanage in Otutu is not owned by Prince Jekal. Prince Jekal uses the orphanage in Otutu village to take money from Skapak and this IG and my trip to Buya and took the money. You can now see him with a watch. See him now wearing some small hat in the head like as if he's a businessman. This man that you know, he was sharing accommodation when the revolution started. He used to go live and a roommate will come and disturb him. You know the truth. You used to see him go live and a roommate will come and disturb and he will be calling a roommate at La Republic agent. But today now, because of my trip to Buya, he can now rent a small apartment, a small efficiency wherever he is hiding. You know the truth. These people cannot be like a young rich nigga CEO that you know. Watch your screen and see here. Give me my trip to Buya and I will take you to Buya. What happened? What happened that all these useless old people that you will see here, all of them, look at Chris Anu here writing. I want us to see what Chris Anu wrote. Look at what they were already enjoying. I can assure you that not too long to come, after we get to Buya, this PO will be selling for thousands. But I want you to get a frameable copy for yourself. Now, remember the iconic photos we see of Endele, Foncha, Jua, etc. today. These two shall one day be placed in those ranks to memorialize this struggle. Here was Mrs. Irene Ngwa, director of My Trip to Buya, Federal Republic of Amazonia Acting President Sako, and yours truly, fundraiser Chris Anu. You see, they are already talking about how this year shall be in Buya, how they shall be tomorrow like Endele and the Foncha. With their wife, Mama Irene Ngwa, sitting beside them, already talking about how they are making history. Me and you can laugh here, but you know the truth. Look at what they wrote. How they want to become like Endele and the Foncha, and that this chair shall be selling for high price as we arrive in Buya. That means that they are ready to sit in this chair even in Buya. There is a true story I want to tell you people about this chair. Listen, you see this chair, there's a true story I want to tell. This is a truth and nothing but the truth about this chair. Before I got into that story, let us see some of the pictures. These are enablers. I sorry John Baakoro. John Baakoro, a very good man. You take yourself to these thieves. Well, I want to thank John Baakoro. He has been standing up. Look at Akwanga. Akwanga is looking at this man. Akwanga is looking at this Avis Kometa with Connie Eye. Look at all of them there. Look at all of them. Give me my trip to Buya and I will take. Look at how they are sitting. Look at Avis Kometa there, sitting and drinking from Lunga. Drinking from Lunga. Look at. You can see that. John Baakoro. You can see that John Baakoro gave up. Yeah, fellow Amazonians. So let me tell you people the truth about that chair. there's something I want to tell you true about that chair. So, politics is is a deadly thing. So you people see this chair like this. This is what radicalized UN Uchiba Nation. This chair is what radicalized Uchiba Nation. I remember that time Uchiba Nation was talking to me on daily basis. Uchiba Nation was one of the people they sent to come and try to see if they can corrupt and manipulate me to Sako, an interim government. Uchiba Nation was telling me, so many Amazonians don't know what happened. So a contract was given to Uchiba Nation to buy the furniture and furnish the presidency house in Buea as we arrive. So Uchiba Nation was given the contract, was promised that he will be the one to furnish the president's house in Buea. When you see some people acting revolution, they are not acting because of the blood of their people being spilled. They are acting because of the contracts they have promised them. You heard today, one of the IG's activists is posting in Facebook that IG has cut contracts with everyone. What contracts are they talking about? Let me tell you the truth. Sako has already given contract to everything: electricity, water. This water we get from Amazonia. Samuel Sako has already arranged contracts of electricity. Those who will be handling electricity, those who will be handling water, those who will be handling the education board, the judiciary branch, the executive branch. Samuel Sako has already given contracts to everyone that were loyal to him. We heard that contracts have been cut, and people don't ask questions. Which contract are they talking about? Uchiba Nelson explained to me during that time when they wanted to lure me and manipulate me to the interim government. He was giving that as an advantage that the IG has given him, that he will be the one to furnish the president's house in Buea, and that I can imagine how much he's going to earn from that. That I am a very good investor, a very good humanitarian man, that maybe something will be given to me in that way. That is what Uchiba Nelson was trying to get me to the interim government. That was the manipulation they set in. I said, I am a young rich man. What do I want a contract for? If I want to do contract, I do with the US government. I do contract with US government. That in Amazonia, when we arrive, people like us shall be furnishing out of pocket, giving to the government to stand out of pocket, not waiting for the government to give us which contracts. Which contract? If I want a contract, I sign with foreign government that are big and huge, like America. So you see, when some of them are talking today, they are not talking because they actually want to fight to end the blood of our people that are being spilled. They don't care about the blood of our people being spilled. If they cared, they could have come to unity and stop banning other people. As they taught us to ban other people, do we say Matthew chapter 7 verses 12? What goes around comes around. As they thought that they had monopoly of banning people, today Samuel Sako and Chris Anu and the gang has been banned from Amazonia, dismissed and fired. And these decisions are irreversible. These decisions are irreversible. Decisions are irreversible. So we want to advise one of our lovely women in the revolution. One, Anu, please sit up. If you have the womb that bleeds because of hard labor, you would have understood that Samuel Sako is a thief, an embezzler who embezzled the money that could have helped our people. Is a thief and nothing but a thief. So we are calling wonderful and beautiful women like Anu who think that we in the AGOVC don't have time for women. We are telling her that after independence we shall show love to our people. And any women, you are a single woman, let me tell you that you shall soon enjoy the life, enjoy it as it's supposed to be after we arrive, because you shall have us. We are all yours. If we are not for you, who shall we be tomorrow? You think that we are fighting like this to be for Americans tomorrow? If we are fighting that when we arrive independent, then we shall be for Americans, why should we not just turn out and be with Americans? We are fighting because in Amazonia there are beautiful women, and you people are one of them. We are fighting simply because this beautifulness that God has given to you, God gave you the beautifulness because you are an Amazonian. And we will not allow any foreign people to take you from our hands. So we want to remind Amazonian beautiful women and girls that don't give up, because we fighting for independence means you, all the women too, we have your men, your husbands, and everything will flourish. Your private life, your canals will flourish, your private part will flourish, as we shall soon use our own 12 inches to please you. But we cannot please you when there is bloodshed in Ground Zero. We can't please you when there is no freedom, when there is no food to eat and there is no cars and mansion to live in. When we must have succeeded to put our mansions in Ground Zero, put our Ferraris and good cars to drive in Ground Zero, tar our routes. You know what is left for us to enjoy that. And how do we enjoy that? We will enjoy that by making sure that you have everything you want as a woman. That all your parts are being agitated, because we shall make sure you are okay. Romantic, we shall make sure those things happen. But for those things to happen, thief Samuel Sako has been banned and dismissed from Amazonia. Chris Anu, the agent of mass division, has been banished from Amazonia. And Amazonian Defense Forces, Ground Zero forces have accepted this. Ground Zero forces say that Sako will never step in Ground Zero. Ground Zero forces say without any looking back that Chris Anu will never ever see Ground Zero, because they have caused so much pain. They say that they can have their brother. Field Marshal was a good man, but soon as they manipulated Field Marshal, he started killing other soldiers. They say Field Marshal was a good man before Samuel Sako and Chris Anu started killing them, killing people, and using Field Marshal to kill other people. Just like in Bui, Shaja was a good man, very good man, Shaja. But when my trip to Buya came, they corrupted him and tell him to start killing his own brothers and sisters. The people of Bui have also asked that we pray for Shaja. The ADF forces in Bui have also asked that we pray for Shaja. Today, as I'm talking, Shaja has shot 7 civilians in Bui. Shaja shot 7 civilians in Bui state of Amazonia. Why? 7 civilians were asking him. Many civilians came in protesting that they should free General Ebube. As civilians were protesting that they should free General Ebube, Shaja came out and watered them with bullets. La Republique sometimes arrest people. They don't even water protesters as much. Shaja came and watered protesters with bullets. Not even like with bullets. I have evidence and pictures as we are talking. I have videos. I have everything. In fact, if I can take my phone, I can begin to call the victim, and victim will be talking now here, and you hear it. All this because of the manipulation from Chris Anu and Sako, and those that are loyal to Chris Anu, local government by local government, county by county. Civilians are now bleeding. We came to the revolution that our civilians will never bleed again. But then, the so-called everything linked to Sako is causing so much havoc, so much harm, killing our people in Ground Zero. That will not happen again when we are alive. Fellow brothers and sisters, after they fought against me for more than 2 years about my English, today, they must understand that once a man born in the village in Amazonia and remain a primitive man born in the village in Amazonia, we the village people are very, very pragmatic. All Amazonian defense forces that are fighting today, none of them is a professor, none of them is a doctor. What doctors have done in the revolution is unheard of. Those useless educated people abroad, diaspora, call themselves educated people that can speak grammar, but they cause confusion in Ground Zero. All our forces that are fighting Ground Zero, most of them don't even have degrees, but those are fighting La Republique du Cameroon day and night. Those are the people that are fighting. That's why some people like me will never give up, because we don't have that useless manipulation of education that you can easily manipulate. The more educated they are, the more they can be manipulated. For us, we believe in yes, and yes are nothing but yes. Truth are nothing but truth, because we are not educated to understand lies. Thank God, because if we are educated people, we could have been able to understand lies, manipulation, and deceit. Because we are not that educated. No matter how you speak, we only understand the truth. Uneducated people don't know lies. They don't know how to lie. They don't know conspiracies. They don't know propaganda. They know only the truth, because it's easy to speak the truth. The most educated people are all thieves. They are embezzlers, because when they embezzle in their money, that they can hide and you will never know. But us, we are traditional people. No matter whatever you do, we have our own gods that tell us you have embezzled. We don't even need fact-finding mission. We have our own Amazonian heritage that will tell us that this man is a thief, even if you have not yet stolen. When Samuel Sako came, we know he was a thief. Today we have seen it. Can you disagree with me? We see this man was a thief, and he has been proven. What happened to 2 million? What happened to give me my trip to Boya and I will take you to Boya? Where is it at? What happened to the 2 million that was given to Samuel Sako? I want you people to watch this.
President brings this initiative and actually tell us that if after putting this money down, if in 12 months after that he is not able to take us to a considerable distance or exactly to Boya, we should make our judgment and give him a vote of no confidence. Mr. President, is that still the case?
That's exactly the case. And I can tell you that that is exactly the case. I'm only here if I have an agenda. I am only happy to be here if that agenda is successful. And that is why I'm here. I'm asking Amazonians, can you give me what I'm asking for so that I can do what I think we have to do to get to where now? Matter of fact, I'm happy with the response because that response gives me a mandate. Because practically speaking, if I didn't see that response, I will even consider my resignation because I don't want to sit there and feel like I can do something and I don't have the ability to do it, and tomorrow they will be asking me, what have you done? Because I know what to do. This IG knows what to do. The strategies work. They will work. But how do we get the job done? So give me the tools so that you don't blame me that what have you done? When we'll have to contain this mess forever and we get to a point where we can no more contain it and the game is over and the enemy starts celebrating. You can take that celebration away from them. I can assure you that if in the next 1 month we have this amount of money, we shall change. That's my promise. We shall change the equation. Now it is not balanced. It is not taking us to anywhere. I can promise you that we shall change the game and change the equation. We will accelerate. And everybody will see the distance, how far we shall be in Goya if we are not already there. You will have a chance to appreciate what happens. And if you think that I failed, I would gladly give the crown to somebody. I want to live for a purpose. I don't want to live for a name.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for relaying that emphasis. And if I did catch up with the emphasis you were.
So, Amazonians, what came over you that you want to stand against Port Bia for lies, deceit, manipulations, and then somebody like this, a thief, has spoken like this? He said he's happy with the results. He said even within the first 3 weeks, he was happy with the results. And now it is already 1 year and a half. 1.5 years. What happened? Look at the flyer. The flyer is already more than 1.5 years. Nothing happened. They killed our people during that. A lot of mass disunity among us. Separation. Caused manipulation. Confused Dr. Akwanga. Confused Don Akoro. Confused even lawyers that were defending our lawyers. Our teachers. Our leaders. Impeach our leaders. Collaborate with the Republic and Swiss to neutralize and jail Ayok Seko Tabi and cabinet for life imprisonment. These are the achievements of Samuel Sako and my trip to Buea. Kidnapped General RK and almost killed him. We fought so hard to take him from there. Killed General Ibomba. So many of our forces and people killed in local government areas. These are all achievements of Samuel Sako and my trip to Buea. From the time my trip to Buea ended, no forces have been killed again in a concentration area called local government area. Since the ruthless my trip to Buea went out, since the money was finished, there is no way we have seen our forces fighting as before. No disarmament commission again. La Republic Disarmament Commission was only achieved during the time of my trip to Buea. And due to the end of my trip to Buea, you have not heard that our forces are disarmed again. All those bad things we saw, it was during my trip to Buea. And today you want to allow the thieves. Let me tell you that me and Samuel Sako and Chris Anu, now or after independence, we shall see. Samuel Sako and his gang and everyone that believe in him, if you stand with him, let me tell you that justice shall come. And I will make sure either I die or justice will not come. Justice must come. And for every family that you have lost your loved one during that time, justice will come. Anyone that stand, Eric Tato, you are wise, because Eric Tato is a wise person. Mark Barretta is a wise person. Activists like Scarves are now wise people. And I knew that activists like Scarves now regain themselves from Samuel Sako. And now they understand the evil nature of Samuel Sako and Chris Anu. Now you see, They are what they are because you were the one that gave them immunity. You always believe that Satan can one day become God, but that's not reality. Satan can never repent. They say at the end of the world, Satan will be destroyed. Satan will not be given permission to become a son of God. So I want to call Amazonian people to not see hope where there's no hope. Believe only in anyone that talk about what will take you to Boya. Guns, AKs, and sticks. That is the only reality, and that's the only way out. Don't be deceitful. What sounds so sweet is not sweet. Look at how thieves can lie. Thieves know how to lie and manipulate you. Look at where you are today. I stand here to tell you as a man, as your brother, as a young man, to let you know that if you keep on looking to where there is no success, you shall remain in your life as a poor, broke, and people suffering under so much violence. Brothers and sisters, I am talking to you from experience. It is very easy to succeed, but you must have a roadmap. You must focus. You must be target. You must be very, very objective. It's very easy to succeed, but you need to take yourself away from thieves. They are bad people. A thief can never show you the good thing in life. An embezzler can never show you what is good. They are con people, conny people. They do things indirectly like thieves. They never straight people. Be very cautious if you want to be free. Sako and teams have been banned. The gang has been banned from Amazonia. 2020, as America banned Cameroon from AGOA project, starting January 1st. Starting January 1st, Samuel Sako and Anu and ABC TV are banned. Anyone that's watching ABC in Grazoro, please just call your technician to remove that from your satellite dish. Remove that from your SATCAM, from your satellite dish. Remove that ABC manipulative TV and CRTV. Don't watch anything. Watch Equinox TV if you want to watch something. Watch ACBC. I don't even know ACBC is doing great or not. If ACBC is great, they could have taken people like us to come and broadcast in ACBC TV. But because ACBC TV still look like an enabler, you don't imagine any TV that's collaboration with ABC to come to bring us. If ABC TV was really the truth and nothing but the truth, why up to now ABC will never allow people like us to come there and talk? Remember that ABC TV was used to manipulate my trip to Buya. Look at that. During the time of my trip to Buya, which TV was used? ABC TV and Dexabrain TV. Dexabrain TV denied me access to come and speak in that TV. Look at this. I'm not the one talking here. I want you to see the truth. When you look at under this thing called Give Me My Trip to Buya, what is this TV? Live on SCTV, Southern Cameroon TV, Dexabrain's 5 p.m. Amba time. Is it not Dexabrain TV? Dexabrain TV was used to promote Samuel Sako. I remember that time. That was the time me and Dexabrain broke out. We have arranged for me to come to a very wonderful talk show to correct this revolution. If Dexabrain TV had allowed me to speak in that TV, I could have, this my trip to Buya thing could have not landed in the hands of thieves. We arranged the time. When the time reached, I hit Dexabrain and say, yo, what's up? This is the time, let's go. I'm ready. I swear to God, just few hours. Dexabrain turned down and told me, ceci, cela, blah, 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 blah. And that is how I ended up not going to ACTV. That we were the one promoting. Today, Dexabrain, look at where you have carried Amazonian to. At that time, you were arranging Samuel Sako to come and talk in ACTV. When Samuel Sako was not the people who promoted ACTV. And today you want to wonder also why some of us don't want to promote ACTV or talk anything about your Dexabrain concept. Because we know that you do not help your people in any way. You allow manipulators to talk against your people. If you are a good TV presenter, now that you have used your TV to manipulate them, you should have also come out with your TV to say you distance yourself from pastors and thieves and apologize to Amazonian people for leading thieves and pastors to use your TV to manipulate the people. You should have corrected that. Have you forgotten so many people follow Dexabrain TV because we are the people who recommend it? But you allow the same TV to scam Amazonian people. Do you see? We don't want to talk much about that because you are a good person. But we don't want to talk about that. You need to do something. You need to clean it for allowing your TV to be used to manipulate the people of Amazonia. This was Dexabrain TV. That was used. So anyone that participated one way or the other, you know how the law is. No one's above the law. So if you don't disclaim yourself from Samuel Sako, let me tell you that you are done. Now, to end the talk show, we want to thank Mark Barretta. Comrade Mark Barretta is a very good man. He endorsed Egosi and even bought the pin. He said he cannot stand without buying the pin. when he was even supporting other projects. So Mark Barretta has endorsed and bought a pin, and he says he's not buying the pin for $20. Mark Barretta bought his pin for $100 and said the day he will see Dr. Cho Ayaba or Amazonian AGOPC official, they will pin the pin for him. He said the pin should not be mailed to him. Under the day he will see the officials, they will put the pin in him. We want to use this opportunity to thank Mark Barretta for that wonderful endorsement. You can now see, that's the spirit we say. But Mark Barretta, brother, I know you gave $500 to my trip to Buea. Why you want to give only 100 to? You see, this is the problem with us. We discriminate a lot. You do a good thing, but you do it biasly. Mark, brother, you gave $500 to my trip to Buea, but then you are giving only 100 to Look at this, brother. You know this is not also if the scale is still like this, very bigly and fatly separated. You give $500 and we have pictures to my trip to Buea. But when they come to AGOPC, you only, sorry, I say this just to level the truth and balance of, you know, freedom of speech. I don't want to be very less or low. You give 500 to my trip to Buea, but you give 100 to AGOPC. Look at, brother, how can we succeed? You want us to succeed, but you don't want to push it so hard. You know, bro, I'm not against you. I want to thank you so much, but you know, you gave $500 to my trip to Buea. Bro, don't you know see that was good for you to give $500 to the PIN project? For you to be an even man, that we can all talk to you without covering one eye. Because now, when I talk like this, my one eye is covered because, bro, you give $500 to Sako the thief. You should have even given 1,000 to AGOPC because AGOPC have proven not to be thieves. Now I have to cover one eye on you like this because, you know, bro, it is what it is. Revolution, like no one is above this thing. So, Mark, thank you so much. We are still waiting for the remaining $400. We are still waiting for the remaining $400. Mark, we are still waiting for the remaining $400. First of all, you are married. You married, you buy one pin. What about your partner? Don't you not think that married people are supposed to buy two things? So we are calling you. When you supported my trip to Buea, you were a single man. You gave $500. Now it's AGOPC. You give 100. Even of giving 200 to be like one for you and one for your partner. Yeah? That time you were sick. That means that if you were double people, when you support my trip to Buea, you could have given $1,000. Now, for the benefit of doubt, now, instead of giving even the same 500 to Amba pin, the pin is a universal thing. It's for everyone. The pin does not affiliate to any group. You remember that the pin is a universal symbol of unity in Amazonia. Then you want to buy the symbol of Amazonia, 100. But it's big money. Not be say, I say a small money. Now, only say you, in capacity for which you are, you give $500 to my trip to Buea. Why are you discriminatingly and giving only $100 to AGOPC? You see that? Do you see? And now you are even married. You're supposed to give even times 2. So, Mark, please, better finish your 400. Please, brother, this is the reality here. We don't want to cause any confusion here. You are good. But the truth is that, bro, that is not what we know you can do. You can do better than that. You took all your Sunday arms and where do you give it? Before you gave $500 to my trip to Buea, Mark, don't forget, all your Sunday arm, the money for the Sunday arm was given to my trip to Buea. How much in thousand did you give my trip to Buea? Mark, let us be honest to ourselves. Speak the truth here. I am holding you accountable. Mark, level the money to Amba pin as you gave, except that you want to give more and more and more. Except that the $100 is now a recurring amount of money every month. Mark, for more than 1 year, you gave your citizen levy to my trip to Sako. Mark, remember, every month you were paying your citizen levy. One day you came and said you remove your citizen levy, you are no more paying. After Samuel Sako talk shit and trash about you. Mark, if you were giving your citizen levy to Sako for every month, abai, tatawam, abai. And then first I want the 4 AGOPC minafi issue ya yigfata. Bayo yenza yikiyo yigfa. Ku yenza motisa sisi yen yigfaka yin kiyo make faka wo yi it isho. Wo fo ngum ke ngum ke shon yitan dollar. And then we fora we mbam dollar for AGOPC drumsak. Ayata yi kwe deberi maisi yi kwe adramsan ro dramsan be kwaki. Ke ye jichu ye wo la wa ma chu sonde. Wo batim bam sidem se wo ma chu so sonde. Batim bam sidem fo ngum ke shon ke sakoki. Batim bam sidem fo ngum ke shon ke sako enen kun yo shu sako na 500 wo fon yitan. Wo fon fo yo shu sako gansi yen lenzi AGOPC. And then further can take a wimba. Kinti ke wimba men fo ego si min drum sang. Aya bro yo ma yibe shey. Aya ayo ke ma yibe. Si wa yimo yo ning yimo kutu. Si wa yimo yo ning yimo kutu. Tata mak ayata yo ma yibe. Akemo wi ison kushof. Akemo son kushof bodo ya akemo ma jari kwe wo bere. Iba wa du fo bibi ke shoy. Aki ye ya marini. Ayun len pini mon be ye panna wo ya kerga. Ama yi kere wi. Ayun ke fala yo yun ke wi ya. Aya de ke talumar wole. Ayuna pira men yuna ba men fo mo yelum fo mo talum men fo mo wi ne ndu mo pa ke mo yuna pira kwe ana wanda ngono he de be wi ke tala ba ke mo yuna pira tat ben su yi kwe wa de beri anu ke su yimbe ne kinki bi ke shoy. So fellow Amazonians, we have said that when you married a woman, you are supposed to give one pin to your in-laws, to the woman, to the father of the wife, to the mother of the wife, and to the bestie of the wife. So man cannot buy only one pin. You have to give one pin to your woman, one to the woman's father, to your woman's mother, and then to the bestie of your woman. So man cannot only give $100 for the pins. Mark, you need to have $500 for the pin. Like you gave $500 to Sako, and you took all your Sunday offerings and gave to Samuel Sako. Have you forgotten also? Brother, please don't make us to feel that you want to help, but you are helping in a hypocrite manner. By the way, I'm just keeping it real. We are going ahead to the next chapter. Next chapters are coming in. But before we go to our next chapter, let us have a commercial break. Our culture. Everyone should share and invite as we are going. We have the new communique is that the members of political parties in Cameroon keep resigning. At this time, we have uncovered that one of the CPDM councillor from Lasin village in Noni subdivision in the name of Patrick Nkwesin has resigned from the CPDM list. He also topped the members. We have uncovered more than 50 members of CPDM has been resigned, and almost 80% of all SDF members has been resigned also as well. I want you people to see the letter of resignation. This is for good governance, the rule of the law, and accountability. Watch your screen and see the letter of resignation, because in Liberation TV, thou shalt not lie. His name is Mr. File Patrick Nkwesin, Lasin subdivision, None subdivision. Address a notice of disclaimer, and then he said, this is what he himself said in the disclaimer in the message. I, File Patrick Nkwesin, holder of the ID card number 119097093-650, hereby disclaim my name that is currently circulating on the CPDM list as a councillor for the February 9th twin election for the Nkol Council. I never applied and do not know by what magic my name appeared on the electoral list. I therefore distance myself from such a fraudulent list. I hereby reaffirm my neutrality in any political activities. Thanks, and sign. Are you see doubting? There's also another letter that's coming from one of the resignee, and I want also see that letter too. Let me see how I can bring that one so for us to see that. There's also another letter that is coming, a letter of resignation. So I want also to see it too. I want to post this letter so that we can see that, because if I don't post it, I want the truth. Truth means that you have to post it in media so people can see the truth. So okay, I have posted it. So let me go now again and we see it in media. Another breaking news is a resignation. I posted this one. Resignation from SDF. This one is from SDF. You can see it. I posted it. That's it. Let us read it again. Breaking news, another resignation coming in. Another resignation coming in from SDF. In the name of, there we go. From which area is it writing? District Chairman of SDF Northwest Region of Louis Oku, or from Oku. Resignation subject, resignation from SDF list. I hereby write to resign and withdraw from SDF Oku electoral list of municipal election on the 9th of February 2020 year. The reason of my withdrawal are as follows. 1. A. I was not aware of the arrangement. B. The call of my people is very important for me. The SDF always goes into election through primaries. How then was the list established without primaries? D. I personally had got no interest in participating in the election without scrutiny in the state, without security in the state. Thanks for understanding. Signed, Kenai Francis Ndifon. That is another resignation that you see there. Francis Ndifon. Signed. You can see that already. This is another resignation. Fellow brothers and sisters, if you think this is not ordained by God, if La Republic people that believe we are loyal to Cameroon are resigning, and you sit in abroad and you think that you are in diaspora, these are people that can go to Cameroon and they have protection from La Republic, but they are resigning. You think that you are abroad? Let me tell you that, well, the time will come where you will pay that tax, the independence tax, very bigly and fatly. Keep playing your game. Some of you have hotels in Ground Zero and we know it. We know your establishments. Playing games and thinking that you just go to Amazonia like that. Let the monkeys fight and baboon will come and chop tomorrow. That baboon will understand that Amazonia will be like a stone, like a hot stone in your mouth. When you put it in your mouth, you must spit it down. Don't give up, people, continue to fight. We want to thank all the politicians in Ground Zero that have resigned. We shall protect you and your families. To all councillors, members of parliaments, the mayors that are resigning, let me tell you that we shall protect your households and your families. You will not be arrested. We shall make sure that you are in safety, and when we arrive in Amazonia, we shall open ways for you to practice your politics. You shall become political leaders in Amazonia tomorrow because you did the right thing during the war. You did the right thing when your people were killed. That is the way out there. Coming back to another edition. Also, the baddest boss of Amazonia Defense Forces, Benedict Kwa, has a message for Amazonian defense for the Amazonian people. He also thanked the Amazonian people and reassured them the right to fight, reassured them that our independence will come, and he thanked Amazonian people for standing strong during this time, and he wishes Amazonian people a very good festive season. And he said that we are not looking back, that he is not ready to look back, and that the Amazonian independence is the only priority. This is the words of the defense chairman of Amazonian Defense Forces, speaking and thanking all Amazonians, all forces in Ground Zero, not to give up. Thanking, appreciating, and saluting them for their tenacity, for their resistance, and for standing up. That is the baddest man talking right there, in the name Chairman Benedict Kwa, the baddest chairman of the Amazonian Defense Forces. We also have here on board Daphne Yerima replaces Samuel Sako as the new acting vice president of Ambazonia interim government group. For when you hear about interim government, the acting vice president henceforth is Daphne Yerima. Sako Ekome has been fired and replaced by this wonderful, awesome, very handsome gentleman who is a youth and not an old man. He has come to be a leader of the youth and not an old man that want to deceive us. We rather have young people that are very handsome like this. Daphne Yerima is now the acting vice president of the interim government group in the revolution. He is now acting. The only person that is above is Seseku Ayok Tabi, that was impeached by the thief Samuel Sako. The impeachment of Ayok Seseku Tabi is uplifted. Henceforth, Ayok Seseku Tabi is the president of the IG group in the revolution. And the impeachment that was done by crooked pastors, thieves, and embezzlers is uplifted naturally. Why the leaders, the fake pastors, goes down very naturally as well. Pastors have been banned. And Daphne Yerima is now the acting vice president of Amazonia interim government. You can see from this picture here the unity between Ayok Seseku Tabi and the acting vice president Daphne Yerima. You can see here from the pictures. You can see here this is the acting vice president and the secretary of communication. The new secretary of communication for the interim government group is Milton Tucker. Milton Tucker is the only secretary of communication for the IG group now, and not Chris Anu. Chris Anu has been fired and banned for division, banned for gross misconduct, banned for causing so much in-house fighting and disrespect to the activists of Amazonia. Chris Anu has been banned, and Milton Tucker is now the secretary of communication for the interim government group. Why Daphne Yerima beside him beside him is the new acting vice president for Amazonia. You can now see the unity is leading. The South Africa and the leadership of South African liberation movements are now listening to Amazonian people because of the cleansing in the house. We all can see that this is big and fat winning. You can see the unity now right there. So we want to thank Amazonian people. We continue to thank Amazonian people for standing so strong. You can now see the leadership now is going and doing a lot of targeted diplomacy and moving from one place to another, seeking for freedom for Amazonia, and not sitting in America like some thieves called pastors who sat in America and try to destabilize our nation, Amazonia. They try to destabilize Amazonia, but Amazonia have banned them. We want to thank Milton Tucker and the team for the wonderful job that they are doing. You can see it for yourself. So Daphne Yerima is the acting vice president of the interim government as we are speaking right now. Those are major points that we need to take note of. And also, La Republic has lost so many soldiers of recent. La Republic has lost so many soldiers. So many La Republic soldiers on Christmas Day. So many La Republic soldiers have gone. Their families are now crying. It is very, very unfortunate that Tasatan is now feeding very bigly and fatly. During the Christmas Eve and the Christmas Day yesterday, you can see for yourself, this Kutu here, the child soldier of La Republic, has been sent to Tasatan. He cannot come back. He has been sent to see Ekema. Greet Ekema for also. Second one, you can see this colonel. Oh, my country people cry that their colonel is gone. This colonel here is a La Republic colonel, and you can see my country people is crying that the Amba soldiers have destroyed the colonel of La Republic. In fact, Satan is now eating achu with this one. Satan is now using his head to eat achu. So Amazonian forces have done great job, very, very great job for this season. Continue to feed Tasatan. Tasatan is want to eat. When you don't feed Tasatan, he is bound to stand with beer and feed on our own people. So the only thing we have is that we don't have a choice than to give Tasatan enough meat to eat. Once Tasatan have enough meat, you don't want Amazonian people to die. You can see that for any time we send Tasatan some meat, you see Amazonian people are not killed. They are protected. Because Satan does not kill the poor people when the poor people send him meat to eat. That is the common sense here. And I want to thank Amazonian forces for understanding that Satan too want to celebrate the Christmas because Satan want to eat something meat. Satan like to remove something meat from the pot to eat, like eating the head. So I want to thank Amazonian forces for doing that great job. Great Ekema Forozo. This is another one here too. This is a baby police. You can see his condition are very, very deplorable. The Amazonian people did not stress. The Amazonian soldiers did not stress. He was put down like that very easily. There was no stress in it. Amazonian soldiers did not even use their bazooka or their explosive. They only use a hunter gun to take this one out. Only a hunter gun. Only one hunter gun. One hunter gun with gunpowder took this one to Tasatan. They said that he was half-baked. Amazonian soldiers reported that a half-baked La Republic terrorist was sent to Satan immediately with no any blood spill. And that's what they said. They said they use only the old tactics. And they also agreed that they use only a hunter gun to send this one to Satan. That they said, General, we could not waste our bullets, our AK bullets. We just needed to use our hunter gun to send him to Tasatan. And you can see that's the truth right there. What I send you here is the truth, it's a reality. That's what happened. And you can see here his name. A gendarme by name Amadou Aka Eto has died and 3 of his colleagues injured in a battle against separatist fighters in Muyenge subdivision in the southwest region. The incident occurred around 6 p.m. and this was done by the ADF forces. The ADF forces did this job. You can see 3 of his colleagues are lying down in the hospital, and you can see 2 of the colleagues are already, like, I think they are dead. They are dead. 2 are dead. I think they didn't survive. You can see the nature which they are lying down. You don't expect a human being to survive under this condition. I think that only prayers can help here. I don't think that God can listen to Satan, because if La Republic was not Satan, God might listen to the prayer. But these people are Satan, so God don't listen to prayers of Satan. Rest in peace, they are gone. You can see the nature which the 3 of them are lying down. And this baby has already gone too. And his 3 colleagues that were shot very, 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 we then look, they are gone. So rest in peace cannot help at this time, he's gone. Satan is receiving 3 of them already. So we want to thank wonderful ADF forces for the wonderful job that they are doing. We want to remind Yannick Chikot that Samuel Sako has been banned for Amazonia, and that Anu has been banned. I want to remind Yannick Chikot that he should know that when Samuel Sako is banned, all the enablers are not left out. The 732 Prince Jekal and Yannick Chikot have been spreading lies and showing fake pictures of guns in the media. He also receiving so much sanctions in days ahead from Amazonia people, because you cannot lie and manipulate Amazonia people. You banned. And I am talking in the capacity of me, the Major General of Amazonia, capacity of Liberation TV, and no one questioned this very clear and honest civil disobedience against wayward cowards, because the spirit of cowardice is not accepted in our land. And I hold the power to which I have in my hands to tell Amazonian people at every time the truth and nothing but the truth and the reality. We cannot allow our nation that we fought so hard with blood to allow manipulators and political hijackers to come without looking to our people. So we want to tell Yannichiko that his gang of thieves and embezzlers have been categorically wiped from Amazonia, banned. We want to appreciate the actions of Eric Tato. Eric Tato has been so nice one of these days. I think that his wife is giving him good food this time around. I think we have to appreciate the wife of Eric Tato for a great job. I think that she's feeding him like a man now. It's feeding him very well. So I want to appreciate Belta, the wife of Eric Tato, for the great advice to her husband. Eric Tato is doing great. I want to appreciate it. I want to thank Eric Tato for the great job that he's doing these days. I want to thank Mark Barretta. Great job, Mark Barretta. I want to thank the SCAF members for the great job they are doing. It's a collective effort to wipe out anything colonial from our land. Pastors have come to embezzle, to destroy it and distort our revolution from winning bigly and fatly. There's no way for pastors to hide again. When all activists start speaking the truth and nothing but the truth, we shall arrive bigly and fatly. The reason why we're dangling in the wilderness, in the desert, because activists are hypocrites. They see Satan and they want to see Satan can change and become a saint. It doesn't happen like that. You have got to understand that we don't have any experiments with our human lives. There's no room for experiments. You do not experiment with human lives. There's no way you have heard that humans being alive can be experimented upon. Not even the dead ones are alive are allowed to be experimented upon. And therefore, our Amazonian civilian and population and soldiers cannot be used as specimens in Sako's church of experiment, in Sako's laboratory where he want to take human lives and experiment upon. We have banned that cowardice. We have completely banned those people that are thieves. And I want to maintain here that what I've said today, tomorrow, and yesterday is the same thing. I have cross-checked and cross-examined Samuel Sako and his group of thieves and embezzlers. They have no place in our land. I maintain my words as I said in 2018. As 2019 is ending, I want to maintain my firm stand. As part of my New Year resolutions, I want to say that anyone that still stands with Samuel Sako can understand that we are not haters. Once you choose the right thing, like Eric Tato today, we appreciate you. When Eric Tato was forming and creating the Sakos in the revolution, we reminded him several times that the women, which he called prostitutes, were one day going to be the people that will rescue him. We once reminded our brother Eric Tato that he was on the wrong path of the revolution, that he was with thieves and embezzlers and people who will turn around and even kill him from our hands. That time he was new in the revolution and he didn't know. But just as Eric Tato made 1 year in the revolution, in fact, before he was 8 months, he started apologizing to the people of Amazonia. And we see that because so many of us stood so strong and we did not join with him. Imagine we joined with Eric Tato and manipulate Amazonian people. Where could we have been today? Because we stood so strong. Our brother Eric Tato later see that he was choosing from the right path. And if this is a message to Yannick Shikot and others, that if Eric Tato Almighty, that we were against him, today he stood for the right thing. Not because he is not an egotist. Eric Tato is not an ADF. He's not. But we see him doing the right thing and we endorse. We egotists are not haters. We only want the best out of every citizen. And people like Yannick Shikot can consider this. We don't want enablers. We have banned enablers and those people who manipulate and help the pastors that have already been banned. Because we don't want hypocrisy in Amazonia. We don't hate you, Yannick Shikot, but because of your cowardice, we want to say you are part and parcel of the oppression of the people of Amazonia. You could be a role model, but you choose to sideline with thieves and embezzlers. You bring fake guns to the media, deceive Amazonian people and deceive Ono Ebu from her donation. She did not donate the money that you will turn around and look at a gun from Google, make a video from there and begin to deceive her with. She's a woman. She have raised more than 12,000 in her birthday. You as a man, you should raise that much amount of money too. And you go as a man, instead of helping, you go and download fake guns from the media, fake videos, and you manipulate the people of Amazonia. It doesn't work like that. We'll start with Ono Ebu and tell her to choose the right path, like Eric Tato today. We call all Amazonian people, you are role models. You are citizens of this nation. Choose the right path. Stand with your people at any time. We want to thank you so much for coming to Liberation TV, for standing up at this time, especially when our people in Ground Zero are now becoming one and indivisible. The people of Amazonia today are one and indivisible because they stood so strong. So evidence of Mark Barretta's ordering of the Amba pin, I want you to see it in the TV. Let us see it in TV how Mark Barretta supported the Amba pin with $100, as we are calling Mark Barretta to finish the $400, and that he's now a couple. We expected him to support $1,000, so we are waiting for $900 that are remaining. In your screen, you can see here the message to Mark Barretta. Hello, Mark Barretta. Just to let you know, we have received your order number 132. This is blah blah blah, and it is now being processed. Mark Barretta, $100. And Mark Barretta sent a message. I do not need the pin being posted. Whenever I meet Comrade Ayaba or any AGOPC official, the pin will be hosted on me. Thanks a lot. That's the message from Mark Barretta. As you can see that, you can see Mark Barretta supported the pin project. I'm speaking the truth. A few days ago, Eric Tato went live in one of the most mouthing talk show that put Samuel Sako on the losing side. Eric Tato went and endorsed the PIN project and endorsed Dr. Cho Ayaba as a leader that is very, very pragmatic and very focused. I want to thank Eric Tato too for this great spirit of a man, which he is today. I stand for the truth. I don't hate anyone in the revolution because, brothers, we have known ourselves because of the revolution. For me, I stand with the truth and I bring the fire that will bring the truth to the revolution. If some of us have fallen short of the merciful truth, Eric Tato might have never recognized what was the truth. If our brother today can see the truth as truth, today is because some of us stood so strong that that people that were manipulating him, one day we get tired. And that is true. One day the people that were manipulating our brother Eric Tato got tired. When was the last time we called Eric as a baby journalist? You have not heard that. You are not heard. Eric Tato is now a recognized journalist. National Telegraph has become now a good news broadcasting agency. But from the time that Eric Tato lose grip, he become a baby journalist. But now, it's been almost close to 3 months, 2 months more. We have not called Eric Tato as baby journalist. That is critical and pragmatic. We can't want to collaborate and then we keep fighting each other. Once you recognize the serve, you don't need to be an agency for us to collaborate. While you speak the truth to Amazonian people, we are collaborating in one thing, the truth that will lead us to independence. So we want to thank all those people that are doing great job. So Eric Yannick Shikot is an embezzler. He's part of the system that embezzles Amazonian people money, and Amazonian people are called upon to deceit from Yannick Shikot and the gang, except the day he will change. And when he change, we are going to announce it. So we will not allow anything from Yannick Shikot here in this platform to destabilize by advertising his local government area. We send it to Tasatan. We reminded Ekema in Hell and Tasatan to go to those local government areas and give whatever you want to give them. Those who are poisonous gifts are not welcome in Amazonia. They are come to cause problem to our people. You cannot imagine that we allow Yannick Shikot to come here in this TV. Last time I went to Yannick Shikot's platform, they chased me out of that platform and he dropped the call for me. You cannot imagine? No doubt Chris Anu is doing the same. Chris Anu cannot allow SCAF activists to come to ABC TV. The same energy they have, all of them. Last time I was in Yannick Shikot's call and he dropped the call. I have never dropped the call on him. One day I was live, Yannick Shikot spoke for more than 1 hour. We argued for 1 hour. I did not drop the call until Yannick Shikot dropped the call. That is the spirit of unity and collaboration. The spirit of you can disagree with your brothers, but you can't fight your brothers. Yannick Shikot dropped me from a call last time. But one time I was live with Yannick Shikot. He spoke for 1 hour, more than 1 hour. There was no call dropped out. I did not drop the call. We argued for more than 1 hour until he was tired. That's what we say. Liberation TV is different. They have the same spirit of beer in them. Drop me in the call because I was arguing and speaking fire. Today, Eric Tato is standing with us today. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he at? Very soon, Yannick Shikot will pick the balls and run. So many people have acted like him, and today they are nowhere to be found. Barisan Salai, first of all, I don't know how he has turned your canas into what. Your boyfriend Barisan Salai is nowhere to be found today, and you think you can be you are somewhere. Your boyfriend Barisan Salai is nowhere to be found today, and you think that you have a place in Amazonia. When even your boyfriend that is in Salai don't have a place in Amazonia. I have asked restoration forces in Jakiri to destroy the monument of Salai or Minister Salai in Jakiri. That will be taken care of. And you will see some Amazonian people that are hypocrites, the worst people in this struggle. When Samuel Sako stood and Chris Anu in ABC TV, banning other people, fighting against other people, they did not for once mention that Chris Anu have left La Republic and they were fighting in-house. Those are useless people we have got today. When Sako is the one that is doing all the things, and Chris Anu, they will never say that they have allowed the enemy and they are fighting under the AGOC and the ADF. Wait until we retaliate one time. That's when they will know the word, oh, you have left La Republic and you are fighting. Let me tell you, La Republic come to Amazonia in many forms, like a thief. They use enablers, use politicians, and use Samuel Sako and the pastors to destabilize Amazonia. That will not happen again when we are alive. So tell those people who only recognize unity and fighting La Republic only when we have put tough measures. Tell them that we also understand La Republic function that way. La Republic send them as sympathizers to come and behave as if they are with us. You know that we know. Our intelligence is very big and fat. You are not with us. And we want to remind you what we do with Ekelebes. When we catch Ekelebe, what do we do with Ekelebe? Watch.
Carry the what you do, me, my back. For say do na for Amazonia, no be the go for it. If you remember a kelebe, no be go jam a kelebe. Water na, water. Rock na, rock. Wait na, wait. Darkness na, darkness. Susanna! When shall I see my girlfriend? Susanna! When shall I see my family? Susanna! When shall I see my mother? Susanna! Oh, Susanna! Oh, Susanna! Oh, mommy, what oh, yes! Courage! Auntie Irish boya!
That is the message right there to all the enablers. That is the language which we believe, and that's the language which we understand very well. So we want to thank the collaboration of the contender forces in Ground Zero. Contender force is no more a Facebook type of thing. It is pragmatic. It is going on clean and clear. There's collaboration. You have seen Dr. Choayaba giving some guns to other factions in the Amazonia. It is no more a baby play. You want to also say contender so you can go and fight it. We are now a landed people with strategies. We are now a landed people fighting with a good ideology, good opinions. They think that they will come and destroy the contender force. Contender force is working now very pragmatically. It's just no noise about it anymore. They know what they are doing on Ground Zero. That's why the leader continue to buy weapons and share. And some of them don't have brain to understand. I want to thank everyone that's under contender force. Collaboration of the military. That is the contender. That's what we mean. It's not like you're going to go somewhere and find a contender, a drum, with 5 people inside that. I am the tiger. I am the Seven Kata. I am the ADF. Sitting inside one drum. And then you call them contender drum. No. It was a mind type of game. Enablers cannot understand, thank God. Because if they understood, they could have destroyed it like they wanted to do. You use women. Try to bribe some women to go out and begin to destroy contender. That did not work. We stood strong. We changed under the roadmap. And everything under control. I want to thank all the forces, the guerrillas of Amazonia. I want to thank also General Ayeke and the Lion Mountains. You are great people. General Ayeke, God bless you and protect you for the good job that you are doing. Like I said, you don't need to be an egoist for us to see the reality you are doing. You don't need to be an ADF fighter for us to see you. General Ayeke, you are doing great. God bless you. And I want to appreciate, there's a lot of collaboration that's coming up. I don't want to mention some here until the more and everything has been signed. I want to thank all of you that continue to believe in ego. Today, ADF has a list of unending forces who want to join. ADF has a list of, I cannot even count, forces that want to join. Some of them are saying that they want to even affiliate themselves 100% to AGOPC and forget the name that they had before. They say they want to be named only as ADF forces and no more what they were before. Some of you from Bafut will be shocked when the time comes 2020. Some of you from Bafut, what will join the ADF? You will be, I say Bafut. Libya Alem will be shocked. What will join the ADF from Libya Alem? You people will be shocked. I want to mention only 2 places. I don't want to mention the other places because they are very proud. Mankon. The people that will join ADF from Mankon, you will be shocked. But I might not be shocked because the quick fund from Mankon, we are always with ADF. So that one we can't be shocked because the quick fund from Mankon has always collaborated with ADF. In fact, during the days that we laid the foundation in So, Quick fund Mankon was the one that we are even assisting us to lay down the foundation in Bui. The foundation of fighting in Bui. I want to be very truthful here. The quick fund of Mankon, we are very helpful to us, the ADF of Bui, when we were putting down the foundation of self-defense in Bui. Can you understand? Good and fine. Are you embarrassed? If you are embarrassed, I brought some few words. Samuel Sako has been banned, dismissed, and fired. replaced by Daphne Yerima, the only acting vice president of Ambazonia Interim Government Group. Chris Anu has been banned, the Secretary of Communication. Banned, sacked, fired, and dismissed. Chris Anu has been replaced by Milton Tucker. Milton Tucker henceforth is the only Secretary of Communication for the Ambazonia Interim Government Group. Seseku Ayok Tabi, the impeachment that was given to Ayok Seseku Tabi has been uplifted, meaning that he has been destroyed. Ayok Seseku Tabi now maintained as the leader, the only president of the Ambazonia Interim Government Group. And we have recognized that in that order. Chris Anu banned, persona non grata. Samuel Sako banned, persona non grata. He went to Brazil to go and increase the size of his manhood. We know that. They went to do plastic surgery in Brazil and lied Amazonian people. Kidnap my trip to Boya. Run with it. Division. Mass arrest of our soldiers. Mass killing of our soldiers. Disappearance of my trip to Boya. Sleeping with women in Maryland. This is unethical behaviors. That's not allowed. Causing so much division. Fighting other leaders and giving ultimatum for leaders to join them by force. Unheard for. Samuel Sako, after we have looked into all these crimes against humanity, especially the killing of soldiers in Ground Zero that don't believe in AAC, beheading of our soldiers, forcing our soldiers to join them by force, torturing them, miming them, act of brutality to soldiers because they don't want to be assimilated and join their waywardness. After a review, a cross review of all those bad behaviors, Samuel Sako has been banned, dismissed, and fired. Chris Anu, his Secretary of Communication, has been banned. No more the Secretary of Communication. The new Secretary of Communication is Milton Tucker, and the new leader of the Interim Government Group is the Vice President Daphne Yerima. Seseku Ayok Tabi maintained himself as the President of the Ambazonia Interim Government Group. Dr. Cho Ayaba maintained the fire as the living leader, the golden leader in this respect, who collaborates with Ayok Seseku Tabi and don't impeach Ayok Seseku Tabi. Because Dr. Cho Ayaba collaborates and unites with Daphne Yerima and Ayok Seseku Tabi, we recognized the one-man leadership of Dr. Cho Ayaba. We stand with Dr. Cho Ayaba. Mark Barretta also at this time has also endorsed Dr. Cho Ayaba and has also bought an Amba pin for $100. Eric Tato in few days ago also endorsed Dr. Cho Ayaba and also contributed and donated towards the Amba pin project. If all the activists are now regaining themselves and standing for the truth and nothing but the truth, what about you? What about you? Ask yourself this. Therefore, for us, also one of the reasons, which is the highest reason why Chris Anu is banned and fired, is because he exposed Ambazonia Defense Council camps, exposed our military bases to the enemy La République du Cameroon. Not even La République, we have seen them going live and calling the military camps of our soldiers. But we saw Chris Anu in ABC TV that's also banned, nullified from Amazonia. We all see Chris Anu goes live. After banning other leaders and groups, he exposed our defense councils, our defense teams, our defense camps, and our defense military bases in Ground Zero. He exposed live to the enemy in the TV. For those considerations, also destroying the Washington Unitary Movement that our leaders went to Washington DC to collaborate. The next day, not up to 48 hours, Chris Anu sabotage, destroyed the Washington Unitary Conference, and also by false alarms and by causing so much assassination of human character, calling John Ba Akoro as a poor, broke man, exposing him that $200 was given to him. For those reasons, he tried to weaken our struggle by weakening other leaders like the consortium leader John Ba Akoro. Chris Anu is hereby fired and dismissed. This is Dawned Liberation TV as the voice, the natural voice of the people of Amazonia. We speak here as the natural voice of the people, the voice that is unedited, the raw truth and nothing but the truth, that we shall stand with our people during this most challenging time. And these things are done and sealed, and there's no backing and there's no looking back. For every decision and executive order or executive action that we took, there is no reversed. There is no reversed. As long as the blood of our people spilled during independence fight has no return, there is no return to our decision taken against any enablers under the Republic of Cameroon. Fellow brothers and sisters, fellow Ambazonians, we remember during this time our people fighting so hard. We remember our people in the bushes, in the refugee camps. We remember so many enablers, such as Ekema, who is gone. We remember so many of them that came and thought they were untouchable. Fellow brothers and sisters, we want to thank you so much for all your resistance against those manipulators and enablers. Yannick Kawa today and his colleagues who thought they could manipulate our people are nowhere to be found. They went for national dialogue and thought that was paradise. They thought after national dialogue, Ambazonia was done. Remember, they said we were done. And they went to collaborate. Remember how they went and proved to the world that Ambazonian forces have laid down their weapons. That the disarmament commission was working so bigly and fatly and achieving bigly. But today you know the reality. Amazonia has become so tough and rigid than ever before. The Yannick Kawas who thought that they are able to kill and destroy the will of the people are nowhere to be found today. Even lawyer Alex Ndive, who promised him protection to defend him in the courts, is nowhere to be found. He now says he wants to join the radicals. Alex Ndive want now to say he wants to join us. Padi Asanga now want to join the radicals. He said him and Abakwa Boys want to join. But he forgot that Mancho BBC was one of the leaders of Abakwa Boys Club. And Mancho BBC is in the dungeons. He slept in the dungeon only one night, came out and he's speaking like a squirrel. Just one night. And Mancho BBC has been in jail for almost 2 years today. He was a leader of the Abakwa Boys Club that he claimed he know. But he don't know that the families of Mancho BBC and others are in pain. Padi Asanga lights provide security to Yannick Kawa, and today Yannick Kawa on his own. Even Franklin Jumbe is nowhere to be found today. After the death of Ekema, Franklin Jumbe disappeared. After the death of Ekema, Padi Asanga cannot come to Amazonia, disappeared. After the death of Ekema, we have seen so big enablers like Alex Nive disappeared in thin air. So many of them that were speaking for La Republique, those ghost profiles, we can't find them today. After the death of Ekema, they learned a lesson. To anyone that still want to follow the way of Ekema, watch out. The shops are not being sealed in Boya today. But we heard that there's a mayor in Boya. What happened that the new mayor of Boya does not know how to seal people's shop? Have you forgotten that we have our tradition? Our culture? Well, if you have forgotten, go and seal the shops of people. We think that we thought there's a new mayor in Boya. How come that ghost towns are being respected in Boya now than ever before? And no shops are being sealed in the council areas? Well, now last time be time. Anyone that still want to betray us, know that there is the existence of Mark Barretta, who is now endorsing the AGOC and helping. They don't need to become members of AGOC or AGOCist before we endorse them. Eric Tato and Mark Barretta don't need to become members of AGOC or AGOCist for us to endorse, appreciate, and thank them for the good job they are doing. Thank you so much, brothers. We shall collaborate in that spirit. That's what we want. Chris Anu want to destroy and destabilize our nation. That cannot happen. They are banned from Ambazonia. God bless everyone that came today. God bless you. Have a wonderful time in the year of the Lord. I wish you a wonderful season. Wonderful end of 2019. I wish you all the best in your household. I wish you good luck. I wish you wealth, prosperity. I wish you good health in your families. I wish you calm. And I wish all Ambazonians independence as 2020 is arriving. We shall come live next week for a wonderful talk show as we end the year 2019. We shall give a wonderful talk show full of so many resolutions. We shall also give the advice to the gun leadership. The public advice to the gun leadership will be given next week, I think Thursday or Wednesday. Thursday or Wednesday next week, 5 p.m. Amba time. There will be a powerful talk show to end the year and remind us of so many good things we won bigly and fatly and the way forward. And also in that talk show, there will be good advice and guidance to our gun leaders and that advice will not spare anyone, even those that stand with the leaders that are viruses. They will not be left out, because the leadership need to work and need to succeed. Sometimes we give leaders some kind of love that can instead kill leaders. We are also going to be advising people that their love to the leader is very dangerous. We shall not spare it out. We shall also advise those people to tone down when we see that their love for the leader is instead harming the leaders. We shall give a public advice that we tone down such people that can cause a lot of harm to our leadership today. So we wanted to keep it real, raw and simple, nice, very good as it is. We don't want to sugarcoat things. We don't want to do lies and things that cannot move our leaders. We don't want to deceive our leaders. We want to continue to allow leaders to have fresh mindset to think. And I want to thank all Mandelas for also giving the leader fresh mindset to think and do the right thing when need be. So I want to thank Mandelas in that respect. They have done their job very, very nice. I will also be giving a letter of thanks and a message of thanks to all Mandelas before the year runs out. Without Mandelas, we will not be where we are today. I can assure you people, without any chewing of words. Mandelas have done their work diligently, nicely, bigly, and fatly. We also have seen the result of Mandelas every time. Mandelas also respond to the issue in Bui. Mandelas have given a sum of money that will be handed over. At this time, the money has not yet been handed over because we are following the clarity. Mandelas have instructions, and the instruction of Mandelas must be respected. So I want to thank Mandelas for their good job. Mandelas also supported the leader, and the leader has also, we have also dispatched the sum of money for the leader going ahead. So we want to thank Mandelas for the great job that they are doing. Mandelas also have a amount of money that's pending in the account in the Mandela Treasury that will be in days ahead dispatched for any need where need be. So we want to thank Mandelas for being very, very wonderful in the revolution and for supporting so bigly and fatly. For the trust also they give. I've also taken series of oaths. If any coin from that money I put in my mouth, let thunder fire me. In fact, let everything I have had over the years disappear in Jesus' name. So I want to thank each and everyone that are supporting bigly and fatly. To those people that wanted to donate about 2 weeks ago and the website was not responding, please come back to me today. We have had good news, good news, good news. We have had good news. Tremendous amount of good news have come. So thank you so much. God bless all of you people. Continue to fight so bigly and fatly. We won. We are winning. We continue to win tremendously, bigly and fatly. And the blood spill is now reduced. We can all accept that little or no blood spill is being recorded on our site. The Republic is bleeding now every day, bigly and fatly. So thank you so much for coming today. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. See you on Wednesday or Thursday. I shall announce 5 p.m. Amba time for a wonderful talk show of the year, end of year talk show, which the leadership shall receive some advice from the platform. We are bound to protect the leadership that be and make sure that they are well covered and immunized against the enemy and annexation of enemies within us and around us. It's our duty to make sure that they are ridiculed and set outside of our God-ordained revolution. Thank you so much. God bless you and have a wonderful time. And goodbye. Yours, Major General Vela.
Yo,